Good morning, everyone. My name is Tjeerd Homsma. I'm the CEO of TripleMed. And TripleMed is focusing on solving the issues with abdominal aortic aneurysm treatments. The issue is really nicely displayed here by Professor Jacobs, is that endovascular aortic repair, or EVAR in short, is not a final solution. It does not really address the bulging of the vessel wall from the aortic sac. So over a time period of 10 years after surgery, more than 1 in 3 patients require additional surgeries to stop the continued sac growth, and with that the potential for rupture. Anufix is the solution, as is nicely displayed from the statement from Dr. Hoxbergen, the principal investigator of our study. Anufix is an elegant solution to treat endoleaks and prevent aneurysm sac growth. It is safe, simple, and cost-effective, and exactly the type of product that we're looking for. In my presentation, I want to explain to you why Anufix is that solution. So first, to start off, what is an abdominal aortic aneurysm? It's an enlargement of the lower part of your aorta. It's the most common type of aortic aneurysm. More than 400,000 patients are diagnosed every year with the disease. If not treated, 85% of the patients die. And estimated cost of diagnosis plus treatment over the year is going to be up to 3.8 billion in 2030. Current solutions are open aortic repair, which is the long-stay product, or since 2 decades, endovascular aortic repair, or EVAR, by using stent grafts coming in from the groin of the patient to circumvent the aneurysm sac. So EVAR has been the mainstay of products. Now 75% of all patients are treated by EVAR, and the main reasons for that are the lower cost of the procedure and the lower cost of the lower mortality and perioperative complications. However, these benefits diminish over a period of time of something like 6 years, and after which open surgical repair is preferred. And the main reasons are the high rate of reinterventions. 5 years down, 18%, and 10 years down, more than 1 in 3. And the main causes are endoleaks, like you see here on the right side, leakages into the sac from all kinds of reasons around the stent graft, migration of the stent graft, occlusion of the stent graft, and with that a lot of cost. So the main unmet need is that we're looking for a solution to combine the short-term benefits of EVAR with the longer-term benefits of open surgery. And that solution is Anufix. Here on the right side, you see what we do is immediately at the implantation of the stent graft, we have a filling catheter placed alongside it, and with this filling catheter, the green one here in the picture, we can fill a polymer around the sac, completely surrounding the endograft and filling the complete sac. The polymer that we're using is a 2-component PDMS polymer, which is easy to inject, has a high viscosity at rest, so it is very controlled in its delivery, and low viscosity during injection, such that we can inject it via smaller catheters or needles. There's a balanced radiopacity, meaning that is very easily detectable during injection, and it forms an elastic implant after curing. It's biocompatible and safe, and obviously it's been patent protected. If you compare Anufix to what's out there now for treating the same disease, from this picture it's obviously directly clear that Anufix is the only product which is providing both a compatibility with existing systems. It is a fast procedure, it is a very effective procedure, and it's the only really cost-effective procedure, because if you look here to the pricing from the main direct competitor, $30,000, and we can get it to a fraction of that price. In our clinical approach, we're now in clinical phase with the product. We used a 2-step regulatory approach. First, treating the endoleak repair, so existing EVARs with an endoleak. So far, we have treated now 40 patients with an almost 100% technical success and clinical success, close to 90%, 6 months follow-up, no endoleaks and no continued sac growth. And the dossier for CE submission has been submitted. This is now under review. Second to that, when we started then with the prophylactic sac filling, which is by far the biggest market that we're looking for, to have it in comparison, endoleak repair is something like 4 to 5 patients, and with prophylactic sac filling, we can basically address 100% of all of the patients. We've now started a feasibility study, treated 5 patients so far, very successfully, 100% technical success, 100% clinical success, meaning all of these sacs regress, so there is no further SEK growth of the patients. We are now in discussion to expand this feasibility study with 10 more patients, and in discussion with the FDA to start up a pivotal study next year in EU and US for the regulatory approval of this product. If you look to the market opportunity, the total addressable market is estimated to be around 1.2 billion on top of the EVAR market, just for the SEK filling. The majority of that, close to 80%, is in Europe and US, so that's our focus, which is over 900 million. And being only one of few competitors in the field, we estimate to have a service obtainable market of over 300 million. With high profit margins, the product is relatively cheap to manufacture, easy scalable, and with a very good and interesting average sales price. Reimbursement discussions are ongoing, and our go-to-market strategy is a mix of direct in the Benelux and part of Germany, and via distributors in the rest of the countries for the prophylactic SEK filling. What is our timelines? For the endoleak repair, we're closing off the pivotal study for CE and hoping to achieve CE mark by the end of beginning of 2025, and thereafter can start up a limited launch in Europe. For the polymer SEK filling, we expect to complete our feasibility study also halfway 2025, and in parallel have our discussions with the FDA completed for the pre-sub and obtain IDE. Our current funding covers that period till mid-2025, so we can achieve CE mark in that important period of time. For the period thereafter, we're looking for a CSB investment of up to 13 million in 2 tranches. A first tranche of 6 million to have all of the patients included in Europe and US for this randomized controlled trial, and start up the part of the limited launch in Europe for the endoleak repair application. Then after that, in a second tranche of 7 million for the regulatory phases in Europe and US, and then continuing expanding our limited launch for the product in Europe and building the reference centers for the next phase, which is then end of 2027 when we have the regulatory approval in Europe and US to expand worldwide with sales. For that, we envision that we would need another 10 to 50 million in a Series C, or by that time we would have an exit, because we have an excellent opportunity in time from 2025 till end of 2027 to obtain an exit. Looking to the exit, these are the typical partners that we're in continuous discussion, like Medtronic, Gore, Cook, Terumo. And if you look to the field, then typically an exit will take place with an early revenue stage and an average value of 175 million. So early revenue stage would be, in our case, end of 2027. We should be at that point in time. The team that brings us there is an experienced team with a lot of experience on regulatory work, clinical work, sales, and general management. And we're supported by a strong medical advisory board with a lot of expertise in vascular surgery, as well by a supervisory board with a lot of experience in creating value and exiting a company. And with that, I hope you want to join us in our journey, so please contact me if you have any questions and approach me. Thank you very much for your attention.